For years, I told myself something that wasn't true. I believed it so completely that it shaped every decision of mine that I was making. And today, I want to tell you what the lie was and the exact moment that I broke it. So it all started with me telling myself that I will start my social media once everything has settled down, once I've graduated, or once I have less commitment as I have right now. And you know what? At that time, I didn't think that this is a lie. It felt like self-awareness, so responsible. But you know what? It wasn't self-awareness. It was a story that I kept repeating so I didn't have to face failing publicly. And you know why a lie like this will survive months, not even years, rather than just some days? It's only because it protects you. It protects your ego. As long as I believe that I don't have the time, I actually didn't have to risk it and try and even fail. I didn't have to face the consequences of it because I never did anything in the first place. So the lie wasn't out of stupidity, it was self-protection wearing the mask of realism. And that's the trap. The most dangerous lies aren't the ones that they sound ridiculous, they're the ones that sound reasonable enough to just stay inside them for years. So you might be wondering that, how did you even notice this? If that was convincible enough for you to be fooled for months on end, then how did you finally or suddenly found out? I think I found out because of self-reflecting and seeing that how I'm spending my time and where my time goes. And I was thinking that I have time for all those draining stupid things, the gossip that they do that I don't even care. While we're in the discussion, I don't care. Not even it has finished. No, we're still on it. And I'm like, oh god, okay. And I was like, I tell myself that I have time for this that I don't even like. But when it comes for something that I've been wanting to do that, and not to mention, like, nobody knows, but I actually have given it a go years ago when I was a teenager. But that was on a whole different niche, that was on a whole different language, so nobody knows. I don't even think that I have that account anymore, okay? But I grew it to some, and then I just stopped because I thought that I'm gonna see the result. I didn't see the result, and I got, let's say, tired. And I think I was in high school if I'm not mistaken, and there was since I'm a pharmacy student, these exams, like the entrance exam, they're gonna get so hard that you're gonna put all your time to study. And at that time, I was like, I was even living with my parents, I was like, I can't, okay. I just set it aside. But even once, I remember that once I even got accepted to pharmacy school, I began actually another page, but I was like, no. But that time it was only because of people's or my classmate judgment and stuff like that. So at that time I wasn't strong enough to handle it. But this time I was like, you know what? Whatever you want to say, I have the power and ability right now to say screw you, even to your face. So I mean, if they want to say or gonna say something mean, which I'm sure that they have, and I don't care, whatever. Well, I was telling myself that I don't have the time for that, and then it just hit me, and I was feeling so bad that I was spending my time like that, but I wasn't doing it something that I wish I would have grown, you know? So it's like that you have that enough of regret that will feel you to just go on and on and on. And I was just finding out ways I could be consistent. Like one of them was, for example, that on social media, I knew that, okay, my classmates or I don't know, people that I know, usually here, because I'm living abroad, I know no one. Actually, the people that I know is just mostly from uni. Yeah, here and there, yeah, there are, but it's just very few people, so it doesn't matter. And also, plus, those people, we can be very selective, we can just cut them off or be in contact with them, but I know that the classmate area is just a dangerous zone. So anyway, I was like, I'm not strong enough for that. So I started blocking every one of them, so they wouldn't have seen my account, and right now, none of them are blocked. I don't care. Like, seriously, I have grown this resilience or endurance or strength, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, or even unbotheredness, I don't know. Let's say whatever you want to say, do whatever you want to do. I don't care, you know? Even if you want to be mean, I don't care, it's your opinion, you can have it. Okay, and you know, it's not like that I have nice opinion about everyone. No, and I'm allowed to not have it, so there you go. Just don't care. It's like that you have to be fine with liking yourself, with who you are, and instead of looking for people's likes or approval, look for their respect. If they respect you, that's enough. That's enough. If they want to disrespect you, then just cut them off. But anyway, I was saying that was something that was one block that I was going through. Another one was actually finding the time and strategy to begin. And it wasn't like that. If you look at my Instagram page right now, you would see that, oh, she has so many viral videos and stuff like this. But honestly, I've posted so much before this would have happened, and this isn't something that I will tell you I'm going through. Every creator is going through. So it's just that back then I was taking these numbers instead of just taking them as data to analyze them or even to understand what's going on or something like that. I was just taking them so personally that, oh, it just reflects me and my work. And you know what? Sometimes you might do such a nice edit that I've done. I've had videos that I loved the editing. It was so neat. It was so nice. I loved everything, but it didn't pan out. It just flopped, To this day, it still annoys me, but I gotta say that it 5% annoys me, not as much as before. But before it was like that, it would have hit me so that it was very hard for me to get back up, You think it's just social media or it's just content creation, but it's not. Even if you reach the top, it's not like that you're invincible. No. You're still gonna have some content that's just gonna flop. It's not on you, okay? You don't have to take it personally that, oh, I did something wrong, I'm not good enough, or I didn't do it enough. Like, just stop that. Just stop that. Because so what I can tell you is just that don't take the failure personally. And honestly, this is one of the lie that I was going through last summer. And this summer, I'm going through another lie. And basically, it's our comfort zone. Like, we're gonna go through all of these lies throughout their life. It's not just this one and once you figure it out then you're good to go for a lifetime. No, you're gonna go through all of this. That's why you have to basically reflect on yourself. That's why you have to be aware of what's going on. If you're not proceeding with something, if you're not doing something, you have to have good enough reason or exactly know what that is and not just fool yourself. Like, one thing that I'm right now going through is actually learning another language. And for me, like here right now, it's learning Italian. And I used to tell myself that I don't want it, I don't need it. Like, I used to just say that I don't have the time because I'm studying pharmacy, it's hard, I don't have... Okay, pharmacy is hard, is heavy, but I have the time. Okay, I have the time to learn that. And I've always wanted to learn new language, regardless of if it's Italian, French, whatever. Like, I just like to learn. And even right now, you might hate me for this, but I have effortlessly learned how to speak. But in order for me to articulate my words or just be able to speak fluently, I have to put in damn work and study to be able to do that. And well, for months or even years, because it's been 4 years that I've been in Italy, I've been telling myself that I don't have the time. And whatever I have learned has been basically from the people around me, from like environment, has been like this. But I was like, I don't want it to be like this, because if I graduate and if I want to move out of here, or if I even want to live here, I need the language. And if I move out, I would want to have Italian language kind of as a souvenir, like, yeah, you can buy whatever you want, but I think this is a souvenir that's always there for you. And even if I leave the country, that's gonna be something that's always with me, because I spent 5 years of my 20s, from 20 to 25 probably. This is something that's precious, So I'm like this, that no, I know that I have this mental block, but right now I'm actually going through this. And I was going on about the social media because that was something that I had fully accomplished, like, let's say, accomplished the unblocking of it. Although I gotta admit that to this day, there are still some days that this number annoys me. Okay, that it's not like that I'm obsessed with it, no, but it's more like that we're all human and we have to just remind ourselves that, let's say, don't take things personally, because we might know that, but we also will forget things. Humans' nature is to be forgetful. Okay, so even if you have learned a lesson, you still have to remind yourself. Just sometimes reminding yourself is just enough. You don't need to go through all that process. Okay, just reminding yourself that, hey, this isn't a reflection of you and your work. You're good enough. Calm down. Okay, and one thing about the lies is that once you've seen them, it's impossible to even unsee them, and it's actually even impossible to fool yourself back again. If you fool yourself and you still continue on fooling yourself, firstly, you're not being fooled. You know exactly, in your subconscious, you know exactly that you're avoiding it because you're so damn scared. Like for me in Italian, I'm so scared of actually doing mistakes. I'm so scared of just saying something wrong, so I didn't want to try. I didn't want it to basically get out of my comfort zone, but right now I'm trying to push myself out of it. So if you're watching this and something in you just recognize that you're lying to yourself in some ways, that recognition is everything. And even if you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm lying to myself or something like that, you know how you can notice and detect that lie? If you get anxious. If you get anxious, you basically can tell that might be a lie. Either that might be a lie, or there is a trauma that you need to basically heal or work on, Because think about it. If that's a lie, for example, when you lie to someone and you're about to be seen red-handed, then you're like, oh my gosh, you're gonna have the physiological response to it, the anxiousness, the heart rate going up, So this is one way to detect. That's why I highly recommend that you have to tune in and always be tuned in with your body. That's what's happening. Why did that happen? Why we suddenly went to alert and anxiousness? Why? Maybe that was because of a lie. And if that was a lie, try to think. And when I say think, it's basically go through everything that you do throughout your days. Everything that you do on a daily basis and everything that you want to do. These two lists. And usually the things that you would want to do are aligned with your future version and actually your present daily habits. For example, the posting on social media, that was aligned with my future vision and also my daily habits. The learning Italian, that was something that was on both, You can tell by that because on the list of the things that we want to do or would like to do, of course, there are some things that doesn't make sense. They're just there. Okay, that's why I tell you that if they're aligned with your vision, you know your vision better than anybody else, okay? You can just tell if you're lying or not. And if that's a lie, I would say that be gentle with yourself, be kind with yourself, be patient. Most of all, you have to be patient with yourself and slowly try to get over this block, okay? And just remember that you're much more capable than you think. And also, even if you fail, you're not gonna die. Don't take that failure as if this is a personal thing. Even if you fail, that doesn't mean that you aren't good enough or just not enough. No. You're already good enough, you're already worthy, you're already enough. Okay? You already have everything that you need to get into your dream future. You just have to be working on it. Okay? You have the material. I mean, take it like a cooking. You have the material. You have to be working on it. You have to be cooking them. You have to be roasting them. You have to do whatever there is in this process to have that beautiful, delicious meal that's going to be your dream life. Okay? You already have the material. The material has been given to you. You're good enough. Okay? Don't take anything personally. For example, if you fail, take it like this. Maybe I should have reduced the oven temperature. Just take it as a data to pivot and change your behavior to get into your desired outcome. Don't take it something that I'm not good enough and just stay in bed for days on end. No. You're not going to do that here. No, okay? Even if you do fail, I mean, if you need to cry, if you need to, I don't know, scream, if you need to do whatever you need to do to just empty that feelings or that, let's say, disappointment, because you might be disappointed and not necessarily at yourself, just how things turn out, Do whatever you need to do to just empty yourself, but don't harm yourself or anyone, okay? If you need to just cry, or I don't know, for me it's just mostly crying. Whenever I cry, I release it and then that's on. I can just begin. So if you need to do that, just do it without any guilt, without any regret. Now, you need it, you did that, perfect. Moving on. Stronger and better than ever. I believe in you, and I'll see you in the next one.